It's something I always speak on. I walked away from seven figures up front for a cigarette campaign. I told them I don't smoke squares, homie. I can't help you on that. Well, we don't need you to smoke them. I can't do it, homie.
Yeah, and what's the approach? Is it a process going through the team first, or is it something like sometimes you're saying, I like this brand, find out how I can be involved? What's the process?
I've done that a lot. I don't have no problem doing that. Same way I went and bought the John Deere tractor. I cut the grass a couple times, and I said, it's time for us to do some business. Yeah, y'all reach out to John Deere, let them know. I started putting them on my Snap. We had a conference call 2 weeks later.
Nice.
What's the vision? I came up with one right there in 20 seconds. It's easy. We need to get black farmers more involved with the culture. We need to get this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. We need to support more of this, that, this, that. Yeah, it came naturally to me.
Makes sense, it makes sense.
Makes both sense and sense.
It's a fact.
You did one of the dopest things I've seen in a long time for your son's 16th birthday.
Right.
I believe you brought him a Wingstop.
Right.
Talk about that, because that was something that was very unique, very dope, very entrepreneurial. Like, talk about that a little bit.
You know, my son, he's a very mature individual. You know what I mean? He's actually a great student, a great son. You understand? And he's an amazing football player as well. And he's very mature. You know what I mean? He's grew up watching me run in and out of Wingstops. He's always been, come on, I'm finna go to Wingstop. Let's go. Come on. I grab a broom, you get the mop. Come on, let's go. He understands that. He gets that. So I just wanted to reward him as he coming into a young man, his maturity level, and let him know, come on, let me give you some of these responsibilities as well. Yeah. It's not just money and paper, but it's also responsibilities. Little phone calls you sit in on here and there. Let me get your input on this and that because it's valuable. I'm just letting him know how valuable he is.
And you grooming him for the future.
Most
and
definitely.
you provide an asset that, he can have later on down in life.
Most definitely.
That's why that was so dope, because like you could have just got him something that's a material item, but to actually get him a business and groom him in the business, now it's like, mentorship on a whole different level on the business side.
Right. I think us as fathers and men, we got to teach our youngsters how to come into manhood and be responsible and take care of yourself, and not only yourself, but your family that you gonna create. So you're not just thinking for yourself. You gotta be in a position and on a level to think and take care of others.
Well, I don't want to get the number wrong, but because every time we read about it, there's another Wingstop location that you've added to the portfolio. We know that McDonald's owns majority of the real estate that they put their franchises on. Is that something that you guys are envisioning long term? Like, we're going to get the land and put the Wingstop locations on it, or are we leasing? What's the process now for you?
It's really dependent on the situation, because there are spots where we own the land, as well as spots where we lease the land. A lot of times when we came into positions where we bought 3 or 4 at a time, because a lot of times you get offers from other franchisees. We know each other, we communicate with each other. There's other franchisees that want to make a move or do this or do that. Cool, they reach out to us, what situation you in. Sometimes they own the real estate, sometimes they don't. You know what I mean?
So you got Wingstop, Thigh Stop, 2 separate things, or is this like a new venture, or is it a branch off from the process?
It's most definitely under the Wingstop umbrella, but it is something totally different. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Which was really dope. It was a concept the team brought together. I gave him my input. Charlie Morrison, the CEO, he seen the vision. I told him, let's shoot the commercial at the Promised Land. It shouldn't take us more than 2 hours, homie. We lined Rolls Royces up and told him to come to the website, and it exploded. So it's something that we most definitely extended, when really it could have just been a limited time only. Last night, watching the Lakers game, the commercial ran. So make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, go to that thigh stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so to me, that's what's real cool, man. Once again, something you've never seen.
Right.
Something we created during the pandemic. So, it's just, we got to brainstorm. We got to network. We got to communicate.
On the music side, like, we hear a lot now about owning your